Hi, welcome to Design It with Tammie Gibbs. I'm Tammie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to turn use a technique that I use a lot. It's kind of my little secret technique to adapting some of my old uh, clip art prompts into holiday products or holiday clip art. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go right into Artistly. This is version 5. We're going to go into the Fast AI Image Designer and over to my personal designs, and I'm just going to show you some of the things that I worked on before the video so that we can speed this along, and then we're going to break it down, and I'm going to show you how you can use my AI artist playbooks. I'm going to be using primarily the clip art version, which is volume 2. You can use any of the others, and you can adapt, and you can enhance the prompts any way you want to. This is just kind of how I do it. So, and Artistly is running a little, well, it's not Artistly. I believe it's my computer this morning running a little bit slower. But anyway, so we're going to be primarily focused on Christmas because I believe that it's July, just the beginning of July. So I think it's still early enough that you could produce a good bit of holiday seasonal Christmas items and get them in your stores and have plenty of time to do that. Now, I might mention that if you're selling on Etsy and everything and you're just getting into digital products, you may not realize that holiday seasonal merchandise can sell, especially if you're doing clip art, stuff like that. Items that people like yourself that are creators can use to make their digital products with will sell year round, basically, because different people are working on different holidays ahead of time and they want to be ahead of the game. So they're always looking for images to use in their plan. So, anyway, so these are just some cute and funny designs that I came up with. I'm going to back us all the way up to where I started. That's kind of the way I do these. Okay, so I started with this little cute cow here, which is super cute. And so we're going to take this cute cow, and we're also going to I'm just going to change the color right now of the bow and just put a dark red bow. Okay, and then we're going to create a clip art image. Now this is under the artistic designer, which is right up here under designer version 5. It's right here, the artistic designer. So let's go back now to my personal designs. And like I said, my computer is running a little slower this morning. So it's probably, I don't think it's Artistly this morning. I think it's actually my computer. There we go. So now we've taken our little cow and we've got a little red bow. Okay, so we're going to regenerate and we're going to say, because we might want it to be a little bit different, I'm going to show you another little technique that I use to adapt. Okay, so we're going to go back to the personal designs. We're going to go back to that original image, which actually the original image was not the one, it was this one. So let's go with it. Let's do regenerate. And then right here where it says the magic wand, instead of me changing it, I'm going to put down here to change the color of the bow, keep the style of the cow sitting. Edit prompt. So this is also, especially if you're just getting started and you're a little confused about where to change in and use my AI artist playbooks, the phrasing and the words, and you don't know where to put them. Then this is a technique that you can use with Artistly, and the AI will help you place that to get the result that you're after. And like I said, my computer's just a little slower, but I need to get the video out, so I decided to go ahead and help it. Okay, so I actually changed it to a blue bow, and you see how we were able to do that. We got a very similar look because we asked it to keep it, the style and everything, the same. So now this one will be really cute for those little baby boy kind of looking things, like a little baby shower invitation. But we're going to regenerate it now, and we're going to start trying to get more into our Christmassy look. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go in here, and we're going to say change the color of the bow to red with a sprig of let's just put a Christmas design on it. Keep the style of the sitting cow. Edit the prompt. Okay, so now we're going to see what this comes up with. And this is just like a minor tweak because, of course, a red bow and with a little Christmas design would give it just a tiny touch of Christmassy. There we go. So, oh, that's cute. It kind of did it around there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do like 4 of those, or let's do 3 images. And so that this is sort of technique 1, using the little magic wand to help you make your edits. And then we're going to try that with some more of the playbook as well. There we go. See how that's cute? So it's changed it now. And let's see what the others look like. So this is a quick way that without having to start completely over, you can adapt some of your, and of course, as with any AI, when you do multiples, you're going to get some images that are going to be just what you're looking for and some that you might want to eliminate. So, that's what's so great about Artistly. You can continue to make more images. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take this prompt and then we're going to take it into the AI Art Illustrator. We're going to put it in the little watercolor portrait just to show you how you can then adapt. Once you kind of get a working prompt that is resulting in some pretty cute images, you can then change and go in and get a different style. Like here we have the different little cow here. We're going to regenerate, and we're going to use, let's use this watercolor down here. Or let's see. There it is. So we'll try it with this one. So you can basically work up when you're trying to do for holidays, you're trying to beef up those packs and get lots of images to be created very quickly. And so I'm trying to show you how to do that in Artistly. Now, this could be a cat. Okay, so see, this is really cute. This would, using this, let's regenerate. This is from the watercolor. Just, you want to test it around with some of the, there's 3 or 4 different watercolors here. So this is this watercolor style. So if you wanted that look for your clip art, then that works pretty good. Let's do 4 images and see how quickly we could do a small pack of those little cows. That would be really cute for various different applications for your creators that are following and purchasing your commercial clip art. Or if you're making your own invitations and things like that, then you may be creating these for your own Christmas cards or your own little other holiday things. So see, you could easily do a maybe 8 to 12, 20 image pack very quickly. We're going to take the same one. We're going to go over into the AI Design Agents, and then we're going to pop it into this clip art setting. And this is the one where you can do up to 10 images at a time. And we're going to just, I probably should have done 1 to see what it was going to look, but I did 10, so we'll just see. So with this, it's going to randomly, if you remove, it will adapt your particular prompt and make tweaks to it to give you different images that would be a cohesive pack, clip art pack. Now, it's not going to work for all of your different styles, but it is an easy way to create these packs that you're trying to come up with. And this is 10 images, so it's already going to take a little bit of time to come up. So when it does, we'll have 10 images. And I apologize for my internet being the way it is. I'll tell you what, let's go over to Inside Factory. And let's see if we can find something that's trimming. And let's see, Christmas clip art. See if it gives us an, okay, so there are some things trending right now. They have relatively low, so you've got a digital postcard set. That's very cool. And this is, I just did a video a few minutes ago about backgrounds and messy backgrounds. And so that one, you can go back and watch it, but this would be a perfect use of, for this trending item, this would be a perfect way to use some of those backgrounds like this right here. This is postage stamp clip art that, you could even convert those. Here's one that is digital prints for the 12 days of Christmas. So you could use that. But this digital postcard set, that's really cool. You could make those into postcards. I didn't really think about the postcards, but so you've got coastal clip art, winter fairies, tropical Santas, and you've always got these trees, but this is a very high competition item. But you do have these Christmas Advent calendar clip art, which would also be very cool. And so what we'll do is we will vary and ask for some different objects that would that we would be able to oh, that's really slow. Artistly is not typically this slow. Occasionally it takes a little bit more time, and I'm sure because of it doing the 10, that's probably why Normally they come up pretty quick. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually go back into AI Art Illustrator. We're going to go into this one down here because this one produced really cute results. And then I'm going to show you how you can even tweak further. So we have a pretty little cow. So let's change this to a pretty little cat. There we go. So we have a pretty little cat. Now for this one, we may, if we wanted more of a cartoon cat, then we could go down and we could tweak it. So hand painted, pretty little cartoon cat. We could even name what type of cat, whether it's a tabby or, a Siamese or whatever, but we can change and tweak that. And it has kind of a Christmas bow on there. And here's our other little Christmas, our little cat. So then we could make a further tweak because we've, just got a Christmas. We did started very simple. Now we're going to go into the playbook and we are going to look for like this Scandinavian art because we want a certain kind of look. We're going to add this to the front, this Scandinavian folk art. We're going to take the patterns off, but we're going to leave the hand drawn. And then we're going to test it out and see because this is going to give us a different kind of a look. Look how cute that is. So now we have a little Scandi cat for Christmas. Really cute little design. We could regenerate that one. And we could even add that the pretty little cartoon cat sitting in front of a Christmas tree. And then see what that would look like because that's how you begin to do your packs of clip art that have a similar look but are not identical designs. Okay, now this one converted a little differently. So this one changed up our design. So what we would want to do is go back to, let's go back to the original and we'll try something different. Let's go back to the personal. We want this look. Okay, so we want to regenerate this one. We're going to leave the setting the same. We're going to look at Scandinavian folk art, hand-drawn motives, watercolor hand-painted, a pretty little cartoon cat. And then instead of us doing it, we're going to do this. Keep the style the same. Just add a cute Christmas Scandi Christmas tree behind the cat. And we're going to edit that prompt. Okay, let's see how that turns out. Okay. So our cat is still not the way we wanted it to be. So let's go back and look at what it changed and see if we can tweak it. Okay, so Scandinavian folk art, hand drawn. Okay, this changed up our whole thing a little too much. So let's go back and let's go back to this cat. Let's regenerate it manually again with a red bow, standing. Let's see. Well, let's do this. Featuring a Christmas design, featuring a Scandi Christmas tree. Let's see if that helps, because we want to keep the style without the thing about prompts are the more that you play with them, the more that you change it, you do risk getting a totally different look. Just like this one. This one is our cat is not the same. So getting that tree in there with that cat is proving a little bit harder. So let's do this. Let's do 4 images. See, this one is also sort of mixing the cats with the Scandinavian. So you're getting a little mixture there that's not really cohesive. So what we're going to do now, this one would work, this one would work, that one would work in that look. But for some reason, it's just not being consistent. And that's just part of AI. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So we're going to go back and look at now our 10 little, these are our images that we did with the clip art. This is the little Christmas cows that we created, which are also very cute. And they would definitely work in a pack together. So we could just play with those. Okay, so let's take our Scandi cat and look and see what kind of look we would get. Let's take this particular prompt that we created and we'll plug it into the clip art feature. And let's just do 5 images this time instead of trying to do 10 and see how it changes it up and if we get something consistent. Then we're going to move on. Okay, so I'm going to go back down here and I'm going to grab my cow and this copy. And then we're going to go back up to the top. Okay, let's go back into the Art Illustrator. We're going to go back down here to the watercolor style. We're going to do this, but we're going to go back in and do the Scandinavian folk art again to see what kind of little cow we can get. If I can get back over there to where I'm supposed to be. Going to put this here. Hand drawn. And then we'll take a look at the little cow. Oh, those are cute. These are the little clip arts that it came up with. Now this one has too many arms, obviously. But this one is cute. That one's cute. This is cute. Cute. So that would be a way to get a little bit more consistent Nordic look. is to use the little clip art if you just want a cute little pack. And here's our little cow. That's cute. Our little Nordic cow. So you can do that. Okay. So let's just say we want to, okay, so we've got cats, dogs. I mean, there's certain themes that, let's look back over here. So let's go back into this one and let's take the cow out completely. And we're going to take the cow out and just put featuring a Christmas design. And instead of, we're going to actually use the whole thing and see what kind of a pattern it comes up with, because this is basically giving us a pattern. All right, let's make sure we don't have any storybook illustration. Okay, so because we also like to, at Christmas, offer patterns. So here we can use from the playbook. We have blended that original prompt, and now we've gotten a really pretty motive. And let's do 4 of those and see what kind of variety we can get. And these can be used for all kinds of things that you need patterns for. They would make really cute sublimated coasters. You could take the individual ones and those would make really pretty ornaments. You could use them to cut out, that the people could use them as patterns to cut out with a Cricut. You could do them like a sticker, kind of stickers, seals, all kinds of things. So if you need to kind of do that. Now, let's take this design and let's take it into a couple of different generators. Let's go into the artistic and use this prompt, and let's see what that gives us, because that Scandi look is very popular. And then we're going to go back into this one while that one is generating. We're going to grab the playbooks and we're going to go into this one, and we're going to do the winter cool tones to get a different color. Okay. Over here it says that it is earthly tones, and we're going to replace that with the new colors. And we'll see how that does. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So this one created this design with the deer and everything. That's kind of a popular thing for that. We're going to go back here. That was under the artistic. So, okay, so here we've got the designs now with the snowflakey Nordic look pattern in the icy blue, so you can see how you can change out the colors. We're going to go back down here. Let's go to this cow, and let's also change the colors here. So we're going to change out and see what that does. Because Christmas is not always just the red and green. Okay, so this actually changed our whole color of our cow, so we don't really want that. So let's regenerate. Winter cool tones, frosty white. Let's see, this was, let's go back to the original one. Be easier. Let's go back to our cow here. Okay, so instead of the red bow, let's do this, and then leave the